Hi, it's Marina J. Gaslighting yourself out of what happened, what they did, and the effect that it had on you is part of the reason that beautiful you is not moving forward as quickly as you would like. When you've been around a narcissist or a toxic person, you will have been gaslit out of your truth, out of what happened, out of what they said, out of what they did regularly, daily, pretty much. And when we're around that for a long enough period of time, it almost creates what I call that narcissistic template on us, where gaslighting ourselves actually becomes normal. And we often then seek external truth, external validation. What do you think? Or we'll tell people what happened because we almost trust their reaction over our own. And their reaction will actually activate us then to protect ourselves because we're not truly trusting our own reaction. We're not truly trusting that our body broke down the last time we saw the narcissist or the last time we had that conversation. We're not actually trusting. And so actually stopping that gaslighting of the self is one of the main keys to really flourishing after narcissistic abuse, where you believe yourself. Can you believe yourself? Can you believe your body? Can you believe your body's reaction to what happened? Can you believe the emotion that you felt when you were with the narcissist? Because so often what happens is after the fact, we can get rose-colored glasses and, oh, but it's my mom. Oh, but it's my dad. Oh, but it's my sister. Oh, but it's my brother. Oh, but they're old and frail now. Oh, but they need me now. Oh, but, was it really that bad? Oh, but all of these things. And we start to doubt ourselves. Did it really happen? Maybe it wasn't as bad as I remember. Maybe they didn't mean it. Maybe I'm imagining it. Maybe I'm making them out to be a villain, but maybe they're not so much because they are such a lovely person as well at the same time. Like, look at how they are with people in the outside world. They seem to have lots of friends. They seem to do so well in their work, and they care for people at their work. Maybe this is me. Maybe this is me. Maybe this is me kind of confused and messing things up. And it's very important to be so anchored in the truth that you change the way you operate on this planet. And you go from being the old you that regularly took that gaslighting and began to gaslight yourself, right? Which is everything we've just said, where you're literally questioning it. Did it really happen? Was it really as bad as I imagined? And we forget the damage that it did to us. And to actually start writing it down. If you can start writing down everything that they did and then read it back to yourself, if you start to gaslight yourself, if you start to forget the devastating impact it had on you, you'll remember again. And it will activate you into having your boundaries back up. Gaslighting yourself and minimizing the impact, the pain that it caused you, the deep hurt that it caused you, the big splash in your life so that you were so derailed, right, for a huge amount of time, so you couldn't apply yourself properly to your life's purpose, to your dreams, to really getting behind yourself and moving forward. You can't forget that. You can't forget that. And as much as that narcissist likes to minimize the damage that they caused, you can't minimize the damage that they cause. you've got to be the sort of the backstop where it's like, you know what? It ends here. It ends here, because I'm going to believe me. I'm going to believe the pain in my body. I'm going to believe the emotional distress that you put me through. I'm going to believe the exhaustion. I'm going to believe the pain and the tears and the anger and the shock and the inability to even describe how bad it was. I'm going to believe all of that, because I'm not going to abuse myself anymore and tell myself that it didn't happen. I'm not going to tell myself that it wasn't as bad as I remembered. I'm not going to tell myself that, you know what, I can handle it. I can see them again. I can be with them again. It's all good. I'm not going to be a narcissist to myself anymore, where I minimize the damage that they cause me. I'm going to believe me. And if you can't believe yourself because you're still gaslighting, write it down. It is going to remind you how bad it was, and trust your body. Can you think back and remember how your body felt, right? Straight after being with that narcissist or narcissists, remember how it felt in your body. What did you feel? What did you feel? And could you be light and happy? Could you be fully in your power? Were you able to just get everything done that you needed to get done? Were you doing your dreams? Were you kind of putting yourself out there? No, right? More than likely, you were sat on the end of your bed, just staring at a wall, completely annihilated. We have to believe ourselves. We're the only ones truly that can do that. Somebody else can come in and believe us. And that's very, very helpful, right? To be heard, to be seen, to be validated. But at some point, that needs to be taken over by you. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to complete the rest of this story. Yes, it happened. Yes, it almost crushed me. And no, I'm not going to go back for more. And no, I don't want this to happen again. And I am going to remember it, because nobody should have to go through that, right? Get your boundaries and put them up. Believe your body, believe your soul, believe how you felt, and believe that you have the right to say no to what will hurt you. You have the right to say no. So can you release another big fat layer of where you are confused and get into actually believing yourself? Because I'll tell you now, the real relationships, real loving relationships, will never make you feel that way, ever. And you will be emotionally safe. You'll never have to question. There'll never be this push-pull. You're just safe to be you. And you'll never have to gaslight yourself, because the person on the other end is going to say sorry to you if they hurt you. They are invested in your well-being. And they're going to really thank you. And they're not going to gaslight you. They're not going to undo it. They're not going to blame you. It's a completely different energy. So when we stop gaslighting ourselves, we stop going back for more. We don't need to have any more abuse. We've learned that lesson. Now we're going to stand in that truth of it happened. And now it has to be about me and my dreams and being out there in the world with people who are on the same page as me and who no longer want to gaslight me out of the truth. And I'm no longer going to gaslight myself out of the truth anymore. I'm done. I hope this really supports you. I'm going to send you lots and lots of love for wherever you're at. And the more honest you are about how it affected you and how it's affecting you, the better decision you're going to make for beautiful you. So much love to you.